young scientist to experiments with Dr. H. Now, you may be wondering why Dr. H is in his house without his lab coat. That's because for this experiment, I don't need to be in the laboratory. I can do it right here in my very own kitchen, and so can you. Today, for our experiment, we are going to explore changing the state of matter. Now, I know that you've heard already in our science lessons how heat can change the state of matter. It can make things go from solid to liquid and from liquid to solid, depending on your ingredients. Well, today, we are going to change the state of matter of crayons. All you'll need is some old crayons, an oven, a muffin tin, and something to spray the muffin tin with so that the crayons don't stick in it. But it is very important that you have an adult to help you, because we never use an oven without adult supervision. And one other important thing, friends, with your crayons that you're heating, we need to take all of the paper off the crayons. First, preheat the oven to 275. While the oven is preheating, you rip your crayons. All of our crayons have had the paper removed, but that's not enough. We need to break these crayons into smaller crayons. Maybe you already have broken crayons. Those are the best ones to use for this experiment. But if your crayons are long, you are going to want to break them. Now I know what you're thinking. Usually broken crayons is a giant mistake. I personally like to use larger crayons. But for this experiment, this one time, you are going to want to break all of your crayons. Are all of your crayons broken now? Good. Next step, take your muffin tin. Today we're baking crayons. Just don't eat them. The amazing thing that's going to happen with the state of matter is whichever crayons we put in this muffin tin in each space, they're going to melt together. You heard it right, friends. The colors are going to mix. So if you've ever wanted to have a crayon with multiple colors inside the same crayon, then you are in luck. Now all you have to do, after spraying the muffin tin, I've already sprayed this with some nonstick spray, you are going to decide what colors you want in your newly melted crayons. Maybe you want all of the reds to be together, or maybe you want a crayon that's red, yellow, and green, all in the same crayon. You can do that, friends! You're going to sort the crayons that you want into each space in your muffin tin. Ready? Let's do it. Alright, friends, I've got my crayons just where I want them. Do you have yours? My oven has preheated. It is at 275 degrees, and we are going to put our muffin tin full of our solid crayons into the oven. Let's do it. Once you've put those crayons in the oven, you're going to set a timer for 8 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes. During that time, your crayons are going to go from solid to liquid. Now, friends, the reason this happens is because crayons are made of wax. Do you know what else is made of wax? Candles! Have you ever seen a candle that's been left burning and the top turns to liquid? When wax gets too hot, it melts. Heat causes a change in the state of matter. Just like this oven is going to change those solid crayons to liquid. And we're going to be right here every step of the way to check and see. Do you hear that? It's the sound of the timer going off. Alexa, stop. Now, let's see what's happened to the state of matter on our crayons after 8 minutes. Let's take a look. You'll need your oven mitts for this part, friends. Oh my. It's better than I could have imagined. Gotta be very careful taking these out. Got my oven mitts. Oh dear. Now I don't want to spill the crayons, but just look, friends. The colors have melted together. These crayons are 100% liquid. I'm gonna put them out here. I know what you might be thinking, friends. The crayons are liquid now. How are they gonna get to be solid again? That is because the heat from the oven transferred into the wax, which melted it. But now that we've put the wax back into the cool room, the heat is going to transfer out of the crayons, bringing their temperature back down and changing their state of matter back to solid. So, our last step in our experiment, friends, is to leave those liquid crayons alone. They're going to need some time for all that heat to transfer out. Well, friends, I've given these crayons about an hour to cool, so let's check on those crayons now. Completely solid. And a one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art specialty crayon. Check it out! Friends, with an adult's help, you too can use your oven and crayons of your own to change the state of matter and create matter-defying crayons. Until next time, this is Dr. Hypothesis out.